In the midst of a huge cryptocurrency crash, should we be nervous about Lunar Classic, or is this another great opportunity to get into this project? We've seen a massive sell-off, but equally people are buying straight back in. So we're going to talk about it all in this video. Be sure to leave a like on this video if you are still holding your Lunar Classic, and let's dive into it. So here we go. Currently sitting 18.85 now. A lot of people talked about this was done. It went to 13.6. Guess what? People bought back in pretty aggressively. Now we have seen the global market move down by nearly 13%, a huge decline. Over $150 billion wiped off the global crypto market, 905 billion currently. So Lunar Classic, what's going on? With $1.2 billion market cap, again ranked 36. So you can see we've moved down with all of the other coins out there. We haven't changed our ranking, and we can see that our volume 114%, as we are seeing in the global market. Unfortunately though, it is all sells. That's the problem. We are selling off. Now this necessarily isn't a bad thing, albeit I know people are getting incredibly scared and incredibly nervous about their investments. When you start to see thousands, if not tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars of your investments being wiped out, then you can start to incredibly get nervous. And you know, I absolutely understand that. But look, volume $424 million. Again, for us in Lunar Classic is not a bad number. We know that this then will go into the pool, the monthly pool that Binance will then burn. And again, remember with Terra Lunar Classic, the lower the price, ultimately the more Terra Lunar Classic we do burn. So not all bad when it comes to Terra Lunar Classic. Now we are significantly down as opposed to the rest of the market at 20%. We take a look at the slightly bigger technicals. Here we are 20.56% down, 1873, trying to rally back up into that 19s. We can go a little bit, well, in fact, we can see this huge move down here. We did actually move up to the 23s, but then a big sell off. If we move a little bit nearer in on the 5-minute chart, you can see we are actually having a pretty good rally over the 5 minutes as we claw our way back in. Again, we saw some huge whales selling off. And again, in times like this is where we see the real callousness of some of these whales, where they absolutely will just liquidate people with long positions. We know that people were going long on Lunar Classic. We talked about it on my live stream, as well as a number of other coins. People were longing this. People thought the bottom was in, and we were seeing some moves up from the market. Huge amounts of money have been liquidated on long positions, including Lunar Classic. Ethereum, I actually saw something like a $3 million Ethereum long liquidated. This is, in some respects, whale manipulation that we need to be aware of. But look, it's going to be a very interesting week as we kind of go through. But Lunar Classic right now is trying its way back up. If we can break into the 19s, that would be great as we move our way back up into those. Interestingly, we see on-chain volume is slightly up at 24.7. Now, it is obviously a lagging indicator. We will see this a bit better tomorrow. But more importantly, our community pool is on its way back up, which is great to see. And likewise, the staking at 12.29. For me right now with Lunar Classic, the best thing I can do is be staking my Lunar Classic. It's locked. It's in the staking platforms. You all know that I'm staking with 5 different validators, and it's just earning me my coins. And I'm kind of happy with that. Again, do I want to see the crypto market do what it's doing? Absolutely not. But wherever you get incredibly sharp declines, you can equally see it move the other way. When we take a look at governance, just to take an eye on where we are currently still passing this one. It does end in 16 hours. Now, it does feel like this one is going to go through. We've seen 22 validators have now voted. Again, there are still significant validators to vote on this, particularly some of the bigger ones, All Nodes, Orion, etc. So ultimately, we will have to see how this votes. Like I said, it does look like it's going to go through. This way, the community then decide exactly how funds are going to be split across Terra Lunar Classic, where they're going to be invested in, and ultimately how they are going to be best used to support the further development of Terra Lunar Classic. That being said, we are seeing a number of other votes coming through, particularly around some of the kind of ideas around it. Always be mindful, though, if you are voting on any of these. We do know that we passed the rule to kind of stop scams, as particularly those links that come down. So do be mindful when you're coming over there. Like I said, all mine currently are staked on here. I have it all set up on my phone, as you guys well know. It's definitely worthwhile staking your Terra Lunar Classic. Again, you get a number of different coins, and it just solidifies the blockchain. Again, you've always got to make your own decision as to what sits for you. But where do I currently sit with Lunar Classic? Like I said, it does support us the lower price. We do have to obviously stay close to the market and see what happens. It does feel like this one could be a while to certainly kind of get some confidence back back into the crypto exchanges because of this FTX issue that we've seen. Now, will Binance come on board and solve the problem? Equally, we know Binance and CZ particularly are supportive of the Terra Luna Classic moment. So it is going to be interesting over the course of the next week. Again, we will see how the next 24 hours develop. I do think this is going to be a real test for the market, in particularly the more volatile tokens, particularly something like Luna Classic, as well as a number of other ones. We know something like Aptos that came out, incredibly volatile right now. So definitely worthwhile keeping close to the market. Again, my opinion, I think there are some huge opportunities to get into some products, or in some cases, dollar cost average your way down. If you bought in at the top, this could be a great opportunity to just bring the amount you've invested into a better position, given the fact the market has taken this big swing down. But ultimately, the headlines, the volume is up, albeit they are sells. The price for me, yes, we have come down, albeit I think we are stabilizing around that 1900. It'd be great if we can push back into the 20s over the course of the next 24 hours, but we will have to stay very close to exactly what it is. And then ultimately, we need to just go away and build it. Like I said, the good news is when we take a look over at Terra Station, we have a huge community pool. We know we have this $4.16 million that came in from Duck One that can develop with this blockchain 1.16 going to further development. So there is tons of potential with Luna Classic, tons of work that can go on behind the scenes. And all the while, if you're staking your Luna Classic, you are gaining those rewards. But let me know in the comments down below what you think of Terra Luna Classic. I'm really interested to hear what you think about the global market as well. Are you nervous? Have you sold your Terra Luna, or are you like me, just holding in those staking rewards and gaining every single day? As ever, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one.